Look at me. I know what I am.
What's that?
Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of Telemazing. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 review of Legion. I got Carla Montero along with Alex Trolio, and today, they were friends. And today we're going to be pretty much breaking down the first 3 episodes of the new show Legion on FX. It started with the same creator of Fargo, Noah Hawley. When I told you guys, let's watch Legion, what were your initial thoughts?
I was really excited for it because I had heard about it and Noah Hawley's involved in it and I really enjoy him and what he did with Fargo and Fargo the TV show, so I was in for it. I also really like X-Men and superheroes in general. I love those kinds of stories, but I also was really intrigued by the fact that this was going to be more of a psychological approach rather than just the world is ending, use our superpowers to save the world, and it's a lot of physical things. This was way more of the mental scope, which really intrigued me.
I was trepidatious because I love superheroes and X-Men, and I feel like I've been burned before. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of very bad superhero content out there now because it's blown up so much, and X-Men are my favorite in the superhero genre. I have very strong feelings about it. But then I watched the trailer and got really excited because it looked like they were doing really interesting things with their storytelling and with how they were filming and everything. So then I got cautiously excited.
You finished episode 1. How we feeling?
What the was probably my initial reaction. And a lot of it was because I didn't necessarily know what to expect because I hadn't, even though I really enjoy superheroes and X-Men, I didn't read comics growing up. So I had no idea that Legion existed before I'd heard of this show. So I didn't really know what to expect as far as characters because these aren't some of the more well-known characters. And I had to restart the episode 3 times because I kept trying to watch it while doing something else and realizing that is not, you can't do that. You have to pay attention to what's going on.
I like some strange media. I'm admittedly eclectic, and this show is so weird. I was like, that was just my thought. I was just watching it going, this is weird. That's weird. That's weird. I agreed with Alex. I thought so much of what they were doing visually was really interesting. And the way they were exploring the idea of mental illness really intrigued me. Because this is a situation in terms of telepathy and telekinesis that I hadn't thought about, of what if you just were diagnosed as schizophrenic and it thought that you had imagined every instance of your powers manifesting. And that was really interesting to me. Some of it was a bit stilted. The way the relationship with the 2 romantic leads was built.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan and Sid?
Was not built in a very organic way.
Yeah.
And
felt rushed almost in a way, right?
Very rushed.
What?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, want to be my girlfriend?
It was like a Wes Anderson kind of courtship in a
little bit. I can see that, yeah.
I also had difficult feelings about the fact that one of the biggest moments in the episode is centered around a kiss between these 2 characters. And the female character, Sid, has established repeatedly that she does not want any physical contact. And he has said, okay. That was the basis that their relationship is built on, in fact. And then suddenly he kisses her, even as she's saying no. And when they talk about the repercussions of that moment, what's never discussed is the fact that he crossed a consent boundary. The show doesn't look at that, and that was really uncomfortable for me.
I'm so glad we did a 3 review, because that first episode, I was like, I can't watch this. The last 3 minutes of it finally grounded me, where I was like, okay, I'm on ground now. Yeah. We're moving forward with a plot. So things are happening. Yeah. Yay. And then when it ends, the way it ends, you just go, I honestly, if it was just one episode, I'm out. I am done.
Oh,
I
really?
cannot watch this. Before I even watched episode 2, episode 3, I had to go watch all of the interviews. Because I'm like, if I'm going to keep watching this, I have to understand what they're trying to do. Because I am lost. And that's where I learned the whole line where Noah Hawley describes, like, this is not an information delivery system. Or the show is not that type of system. This is an experience delivery system. And once he explained that, that's when it clicked for me. And I'm like, oh, we're experiencing what it's like to be got it. Okay, so as you're watching episode 2 through episode 3, is your feeling about the show enhanced, or does it go like, oh wow, this is, because now we're more grounded in the next 2 episodes?
Oh, for sure, yeah. There's a lot more where it goes into an actual story.
I realize my issue with the show is I find the character relationships interesting. I find the plot interesting. I think the dialogue's really badly written. I think the actual language is really badly written, and the actors are working around the language in their performances.
He has a Stephen Moffat problem. he doesn't, he's not writing women well in the show. Let's go down the line. Like Sid, her only function in the show so far is being the girlfriend. Again, even Carrie, like the other assistant, like her only function is serving the doctor. Even the leader, like even Jean Torres' character, Melanie, like again, her only function is to figure out what's wrong with Legion. Legion is what is trying to be Stranger Things, but the problem with that is that Stranger Things has a strong A story, B story, C story, D story, E story. Every single one of those stories are so strong because all those characters have a high passion about something and they're trying to investigate something and they're trying to get something. For Legion, there's one person and one person who really
and you're not really sure what everyone's fighting for still.
And when 100%. And the B and C stories are just so boring and dull.
If you're gonna make that argument, and I get what you're saying about maybe the writing could be a little bit enhanced. There could be more story, and I think that that's also part of the first season is enveloping and finding out the backstory of these characters, how they're coming to be, and how they're a part of this. But I don't think the guys, other than David, they're all not like Carrie doesn't have a whole lot. Even Patton, really, I can't. What he's doing is strong, but they're all written as supporting essences.
Right.
To the main character. But all of them are supporting pegs, and he's really the one with the meat of everything.
He can still be supporting and be strong. Like
I'm not saying excuse, but I'm saying all of them are somehow.
But like the sister is a strong individual, could be an individual character, because we see her visit and show that she cares, and then when he comes back home, like we see her characteristics and what she's passionate about, what she cares about. We don't get any of that from any of the other characters. So, would you recommend this to somebody?
Yeah, I would. I think I would. I don't think the show is perfect, but it has me enough, and I'm intrigued enough that I want to see what happens with these characters, and I want to see how the show progresses and changes, because I also think sustainably, after a while, that jarring existence, I mean, they've even toned that down in the 3 episodes, because you can't be episode 1 all the time.
Right.
So, but I would say to somebody, try it. Try the 3 episodes, because it could be different enough or hit certain points enough that if that's really appealing to you, then that'll make the show enjoyable to you in spite of whatever weaknesses the show might have.
No.
Wow.
For me, this is really disappointing, this show, because there's so much that's so good about it.
Yeah.
There's so much that I like about it, and I really want to love this show because it hits a lot of my personal marks. But I don't think it makes it. For me, it doesn't. I would be interested in hearing from you what you think at the end of the first season. If you think it really progresses, I would maybe come back. But as of right now, I'm not going to watch episode 4.
I would say yes, just for the idea of expanding the palette of a lot of TV viewers, especially those who are really into TV. I think can really like sink their teeth into something that is different than what they're normally into. And I think that that's important for people who like TV to get something different. Like, I always recommend foreign shows a lot, because it's getting people outside the scope of what they're used to. Yeah. And I think that show, out of a lot of shows that are on right now, as far as the experience, besides Mr. Robot, which tanked season 2, but that's a whole other story, this is a show that would get you into the, oh wow, this is different, let's see where this takes me.
Yeah,
and so,
fair.
I got Alex and Trolio over there, along with Carla Montero. Am I pronouncing this right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't roll your R, right?
No.
There you go. So you're doing fine.
Montero.
You sound like a sad pigeon.
No, actually, every single time you say her last name, you have to say it by rolling your R now. Please.
And that's it. That's gonna be the 3 review of Legion. If you guys have any opinions about the show, whether you liked it or not, make sure you comment below. Along with that, if you're new to Telemazing, we appreciate you guys checking us out. We have videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and along with that, we have a podcast on Monday, and we also have articles going up on our website, telemazing.com, on Wednesdays. And so make sure you subscribe so you can get all of the things. So for Alex, for Carla, I'm Joseph Mwamba. Thank you for watching. Now go watch some TV.